Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And we are live. Welcome, guys. Welcome to the HFD Footy podcast, the best podcast in Australia. Oh my God, what the heck is that? Cripper with a Brownlow. Johnny Carlton, I've been told we have to call you Cripper tonight. Is that right?
That is right, mate. That is right, sir. I'm called Cripper tonight. So yeah, special edition of the show.
Yeah. Dylan, welcome in. Before we say our welcome ins, King of the North, how are you, my friend?
G'day. I'm good, Chris E and Johnny Carlton and everybody in the chat watching along on TikTok and on YouTube.
Yeah. So, everyone in the chat. Dylan in TikTok, how are you, my friend? Curtis in YouTube, Toby, Ree, Aiden, thanks for coming in. I've got a jam-packed show for you guys tonight. We're going to start off with I don't really want to, but we'll do like a little quick review of the prelims because we didn't really say anything on the Brownlow night. So we'll do a little bit of a review and then we'll preview the big game, the big dance coming on Saturday. So yeah, we'll start with that. First but foremost, congratulations to Carlton. I mean, not Carlton, to Paddy Cripps for winning the Brownlow. What a Brownlow it was! 45 votes. Now, 45 votes is a bit crazy for me, but I still think like he's a deserved winner. I thought he was going to win it anyway. But yeah, 45 votes is crazy. It's absolute crazy. So, congratulations to him. Well deserved. And yeah, I don't know about some of the voting. I don't know. Some of it was a bit iffy. Like I think once Dacos went off the field, and he had 13 touches, and then he got votes, and his brother got like 30 odd touches, and was clearly one of the best on ground, and then got 0. So I don't know if they stuffed up there or something, but. Yeah. What do you guys take away from the Brownlow? I know Johnny Carlton's, very happy man. But I'll go for you, Johnny Carlton. What did you take out of it, man?
Look, I just feel like if you know it comes to footy, everyone's just salty about the Brownlow. Like, relax. Look, to be honest, like you got as a Carlton perspective, Cripps carried Carlton. Like. When Carlton needed a hero to show up, he was the guy. He was the one that stood out. But he stood out in a team of donkeys. Yeah. That's the only reason he won it. He stood out in a team of donkeys. Yes, I'm calling my team donkeys because they are donkeys. But as I said, our second best player was Sam Walsh, and I thought Sam Walsh was terrible this year. That's just how bad it shows when you're Carlton. Like, look, he deserved it. He won it. I'm happy. I've been happy all week. I bought merchandise. But yeah, as I said, there's a lot of people salty about the Brownlow night on Monday night, and they're still salty from today onwards as well. It's just like, but as I said, it's not a Brownlow if there's freaking miscommunications and poor voting judgments, and at the end of the day, it's the umpires, and everyone says it's rigged, and they're just salty, mate. They're just.
It's hard. Like for me, like, you know, watching Ablett in 2013 get 30 votes or something, like, and him not to get 40 and him to get 45. I just think Ablett had a really good season that year, probably better than Cripper. But it is what it is. Like the you know, the umpiring is a bit different now. You know, that was 10 years ago.
But you gotta remember that Gary Ablett got that in the side that only won 3 games for that year. Plus, there was 2 less rounds than what this year is as well. So.
Oh yeah, that's true. True.
You got to remember that there's 2 extra rounds this year as well. So.
Nathan reckons he shouldn't have got votes. Like, what game do you reckon? Like, he got 3 votes for that game against Collingwood. Was that warranted, do you think?
Oh, he was a standout, mate. He's the one he's the reason that Carlton came back. He's the reason that we were so close to kick it after the siren. He was the one that sent a clearance after center clearance after center clearance.
Yeah.
As I said, you know what's funny? I had Marcus Bond and Pally coming third. He was nowhere to be seen. This is a joke. I was like, where the fuck's the Bond?
Yeah, I mean, Treloar took a lot of votes off him. So, yeah, that was interesting. But, yeah, the Bond... I had the Bond winning as well, like, a few weeks ago. So, I still think the Bond's probably one of the best players in the league. But he's got a lot of good players around him. So, depends what the umpires see, I guess. But... King of the North, what do you think, man? Love it.
Yeah, it's my my first real watch the Brownlow from start to finish. So yeah, that was my first time actually sitting down and watching a Brownlow, like from start to finish. And yeah, it was very. I'd never watched it before because I didn't know. You know, I haven't been like fully involved with it as much as this year. So yeah, a lot of good teams, players from good teams that played as a team took votes off each other. So for Bont, he had probably four players who took votes from him during the season. So that's going to have him struggling. Where you got Cripper, who's basically led the team, and there wasn't a lot of, like, after round 6, Walsh was pretty much nowhere to be seen, and his disposals went down, and it wasn't great. So, yeah, if you've got that one outstanding player in a team, in a bad team, like probably one player out of North Melbourne, for example, would get more votes than, you know, others. So yeah, not surprising that the 2 of them got the top votes. But, yeah, 45 or 46 is a lot of votes, isn't it? So,
it is a lot.
It was good. No, it was good.
Dacos had 34. Dacos had 34 and 2 goals and didn't poll a vote. Yeah. I don't know, man. Like, I'm still surprised Lockie Neal won it last year. I didn't think he had the best year last year. I thought he had a probably better year this year. But, yeah, it's a different... I don't know, man. But, yeah, as I said, congratulate. I still thought, like, regardless if you think 45 votes is too high or whatever, we were saying it last night with KP, he still deserved to win it. Like, I thought he was a deserved winner. So,
and Sarong got votes taken off him as well by other players as well. So there was probably 4 or 5 other players who got votes, as well. So that it's going to be tough for Sarong, even though he had a great year as well. But he doesn't quite get there.
I was pretty surprised with Butters. He got 3rd. So I was, you know, you've got to be happy with that if you're
well done.
It's crazy how you have Heaney, Warner, and Gordon all pulling over 27 votes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like three
Yeah.
players in one team, and they're all pulling above over 27 votes. Crazy.
Yeah. Deserved winner, but 45 points in 38 seconds is a disgrace. Game is in the bin. The whole world's in the bin, mate. You're telling me Chris was better than Prime Dusty? Nah, look, I don't think so. I don't think he was.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Yes, there's 2 extra rounds. Why is no one noticing that?
Yeah,
That's another 6 points.
That's another 6 point. Correct. That is true. I never thought of it until you said it. Then I didn't realize it was 2 extra rounds. So, yeah, I get it. But yeah, it is what it is, guys. He deserved the win anyway, and congratulations to him. All right. I really don't want to go here, man, but here we go. I've been avoiding it like a plague. Let's talk about the prelims quickly. Now, KP showed me last night how to do this, and it worked. So thank you, KP. And look, you got to watch it. You got to watch this, right? So we're going to go straight to the game. So Sydney Swans versus Port Adelaide. Now, if you're on TikTok, if you want to see the good graphics, come over to YouTube. That's where it looks good. Doesn't look that great on TikTok, but look at this, guys. Whoa, there we go. Now my head's in the way of that message, but
Wow.
Yeah, how good's that?
Wow, that's pretty cool.
I know. How good's
Except
that?
you're stuck behind. You're stuck behind the likes bubble. That's the only
That's all
problem.
right. That's all right. We moved it. It's okay.
There you
Here's the OBS King. Thank you, KP, for showing me this. I know it took a while. We should have got it done sooner, but yeah. And there you go. We can go through the whole thing, guys. So, Sydney Swans, Port Adelaide. Prelim was last Friday night. Swans 14-11-95 to the Port Adelaide Power 8-11-59. There was a 36-point margin. Yeah, watch this on the watch along with the boys. Yeah, I was devastated. I mean, that's being kind to myself, but yeah, I was devastated. Yeah, the next day I was like, yeah, I was in La La Land. So, but you know, as the week went through, started to feel a lot better. It started to feel a lot better, and what can I say, guys? Yeah, it started to feel a lot better, and then yeah, I've started to put things into perspective, and yeah, what can I say? We just weren't good enough on the night. On the night, we're not good enough. Sydney are a class above right now, and yeah, they just showed us up. So. Now, congratulations to Sydney. Port Adelaide, yeah, I was disappointed with a few players. Quick mentions to Aliria and also Jordan Sweet. I think they were the best players for us. The rest of the team, yeah, just went up for the fight. I do have the stats here, guys, so I'll bring them up. So player stats, so you can see Aliria had 15 touches. It was really good in the back line. Joel Marty, 3 goals. Bergman. I mean, yeah, as you can see, I'll show you the other stats as well. Team stats. So yeah, as you can see, just smash us in disposals. Inside 50s were... Oh, the inside 50s. Oh, there we go. Inside 50 was 54 to 49. So we did get it in there. It wasn't too bad there, but yeah, they were just clinical, man. They just hit targets. They were just a lot better than us. Hit-outs were pretty even. So Jordan Sweet did really well. Clearances, we had more clearances, but what we did with those clearances was the thing. So, yeah, as you can see, the possession there, contested, they won by 3. So it doesn't look that dire, but look at the uncontested possession, like 229 to 165, just killed us on the outside. So when they went, yeah, they that's what they do. They love to possess the ball, Sydney, and yeah, they just got it done. yeah, look at the marks, 131 to 70. That's a smashing in marks. So, yeah, you can't let them, if you let them mark the ball like that, yeah, they're always going to smash it. And then, like, I think the marks inside 50s, where's that? What was that up here? Oh, yeah, 14 to 8, sorry. Yeah, marks inside 50, 14 to 8 is crazy. So, yeah, really disappointed. Yeah, you know, maybe the whole, you know, losing Houston and Farrell, you know, took its toll a little bit. You know, they were going for kicks that Houston would go for and would hit. Guys like Burden, yeah, just couldn't do it. So, yeah, unfortunately, we're out of the grand final. It was really disappointing, but yeah, we're just not good enough. And I feel for Kenny. I do. I feel for Kenny. I feel for the players now. We have had some people retire this week. We've had Charlie Dixon retire. We've had Trent McKenzie retire as well. So yeah. You know, good luck to their futures. Thank you, Charlie. Charlie, I know a lot of people. There's a lot of hate towards you, but I always loved you. You're one of my favourite players, and yeah, we're going to miss you in the forward line, man. Your energy, that's what's going to be missed. So, I hope if you're listening, I hope you have a good the rest of your whatever you do in your life. I know you love your cars and all that kind of stuff, but yeah, sad to see you go. But yeah, good luck in the future. And also Trent McKenzie, man. Last year, I mean, the king in the north. I left that on. He held our defense together last year. You know, even though we were so undermanned. Yeah, he was great for us last year. So, congratulations on the stellar career, boys. And yeah, there's a few delistings as well. I think there was one today, but I didn't even know who he was. So, and Sydney, mate. Sydney are a good side. Sydney are a great side, and they could go all the way. But they do have Brisbane. They do have Brisbane coming for them. So, it's going to be a very interesting grand final. Very interesting. King of the North, you did watch this one. You did watch this one with us. Any quick words you want to say about it?
I did. Yep. Just disappointing. They made it to another prelim 4 now, and can't get the job done. So, but Sydney were just the bounce of the ball went their way. Everything that they did just fell into place. So, yeah, they nearly had a perfect half of football where they just took Port Adelaide apart. The pressure and maybe the game the week before just took it out of them too much. A couple of outs, you know, was a big deal as well. So they just didn't bring the pressure. They didn't bring what they needed to play in a final. So yeah, they'll fight to play another day. But congratulations to Sydney, and well deserved. Been a great team all year, and into the granny.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I was as I said to you guys before, I was devastated. I couldn't even I had to go to work the next day, and it was the worst feeling. Worst feeling. Johnny Carlton probably knows exactly how I feel. What do you think of this one, man? Any words for it? Any words for this game?
Firstly, just want to say it was a privilege watching it with you two on Friday night. You got to see a little bit of my commentating. So
Yeah, it was good.
Hopefully you enjoyed that. But yeah, look, going to the game wise, look, Port Adelaide's out. It showed on Friday night, to be honest. That the back line just didn't step up except for Leah. Bergman got injured early. He was a bit sore, but he stayed on. He battled. Josh Sin and Burden, they tried too much. It just didn't work. As I said, I thought Port Adelaide's forwards in the first half was terrible as well. Or that there was just no leads. You can just look at the difference how Sydney were leading, and you can look at the difference how Port were leading. They're just everyone went to the same pack, you know. In the Sydney lineup, they were bang, Amati's on the lead, bang, Heaney's on the lead, bang, Hayward's on the lead. You know what I mean? It's just like Sydney were just on top of everything. And yeah, as I said, Sydney's midfield, they stepped up. It's It's amazing how you have 3 stars in there. If one doesn't step up, the other one will. Absolutely insane. And yeah, as I said, it's just look. I tell you, Chris, and I tell you this all the time. You're telling me you believe in Ken, and I tell you that's fine. You can believe in Ken. I feel like Ken has to have another year as well, but I don't know if he can't get you to a grand final, man. I don't think he's the coach for you. I feel like it's time for a start. He's been there for like 12 years now, so I feel like it's just time for, I don't know, maybe a Josh Carr to step in and see if he can do any better. Because as I said, you've got to this stage 4 times and you just haven't succeeded. And I don't know, it's just something's not right. When it steps up to the big games, you just can't perform. But yeah, as I said, I think. Sorry.
No, go. Keep going.
As I said, I tipped the Swans. I tipped them in a close one, but yeah, 40 points is just not up to standard, to be honest. So, as I said, I like Port Adelaide. You follow them. I was a big Port Adelaide fan coming into the finals because of what they did for Carlton as well. So, I was on their bandwagon. I wanted them to beat Hawthorn. I wanted them to win the first week against Geelong. But yeah, as I said, I think what the King said, you guys took too much out on the Hawthorn game and just didn't leave any in the tank for the Sydney game. And it was just, Sydney were just fresher and cleaner throughout the whole games.
Yeah, 100%, man. I agree with pretty much everything you said. Look, Ken Hinkley, man, look, if you look at our list, I mean, we've got really good midfield. But after the midfield, it drops away a little bit. With Houston, there's a few good players there. But I think with what we've got, I think Kenny's done pretty well. But yeah, as you said, I mean, it's this 4th time going around to a prelim and still hasn't got to the big dance. So, I mean, questions will always be asked. So
it's just the thing is, I have a question is for the off-season recruits is what you got. Zerk Thatcher is inconsistent. He has his good games, but he also has his bad games, as you know that. You got Ivan Soldo, who's already wants out of Port Adelaide.
Yep.
He already wants a trade.
Yep.
I don't know who else. Who else did you get?
No, we got.
I don't know. Narkle's been a bit inconsistent as well. I would say hasn't really fitted into that best 22.
We got Radigalia.
Radigalia couldn't find his position in the first half. Went forward, worked for a couple of games, and then just got lost.
Yeah,
hasn't kicked that big bag. You know what I mean? It's just as I said, just needs to work with the off-season recruits. As I just said, it's just now with Dixon gone. It's I don't know if it's at the Lord process or they keep Radigalia in the front line.
I don't know.
Marshall's always concussed as well.
Yeah, Marshall's always concussed, and now they're looking at Lord's going to Collingwood. Fuck, Collingwood's taking all our players. Like, come on, man. Come on, Collingwood. Leave us alone, man. Look, I just think, getting back to Kenny, I just think with what he had, I think he did well. That's what I'm trying to say. Now, I know there's people that don't like Ken Hinkley, and I know there's haters that think he's been there too long, but I think with what he had on the park, I think he's done well. To get him to a prelim, to get him up for that Hawthorn game, everyone, So I think, to me, I still think it's a pass mark if you're looking at it that way. But the only thing that's letting him down that he's been there for a while and he hasn't got us there. So, I mean, yeah. So if this was his first prelim that he went to, everything would be fine. Like, good coach, blah blah blah. So, yeah, we'll see. I reckon he still deserves one extra year, and then I think after that, I just don't think he could. I just don't think mentally he can do it, man. Like it's hard. It's a hard gig, man. And you get abused. It's a hard gig. He's getting Sack Hinkley on the posters at New Alberton. I mean, you got to be very strong-willed, and to be able to handle that pressure. Now,
well, look,
yeah.
The players have belief in him too. When his job's on the line, they step up for him. And there's been talks from the whole year. You can see how emotional he got at that St Kilda game.
Yeah.
As I said, emotions when after the Geelong game, you boys fought back. You fought for Ken. They want to fight for Ken. They believe in Ken. It's just the big question is why you can't get past the prelim. That's the question.
Why are we backtracking? Well, I'm just saying, mate. This guy Lars, he's like, why are we backtracking? I'm not backtracking, man. Like, we thought we had the list, but maybe we don't. I mean, if we can't make a grand final, then obviously we don't. So you got to always believe that you do, you know, because your fans have to have that belief. But he obviously wasn't there. So it is what it is, man. I can tell you right now, your club, the Crows, Johnny G or Johnny Crom, J Crom, he thought they were going to bloody be in the 8 this year. Where were they? No, he thought they had a good list. It's just the way us fans are, man. That's how fans are. There's always hope. We think that, you know, look at Johnny Carlton, man. He was calling flaggers in the middle of the season. You just don't know, man. And there's injuries. There's a lot of things that happens. But we have to improve. The list has to improve to if you want to go into that. If you want to get into finals again, it's one of those games where it's so close now. It's so even that if you're off 1%, you're done. So, and in those two finals that we lost by to Geelong and Sydney, we're off. Definitely in that Geelong game. Jeez. So, but hey, this is what it is. I'm over it now. I'm a lot happy. I'm looking forward to the grand final, to tell you the truth. I wasn't looking forward to it last weekend. I was not. I even told the King, I go, King, I don't even want to do the watch along. But we're doing it, man. Up the Bloods. We're taking it home this season. Up the Bloods? You mean Westies?
Sydney.
No, Sydney, the Bloods.
Sydney, the Bloods.
Oh, Sydney.
South Melbourne.
Your Ali goes, no finals for Carlton next year. Mark my words.
We'll have to see what sort of team they put together in the off season.
They've
got a bit of work to do. Granted,
I love how they're already saying that, and the season 2024 hasn't even finished yet. So
you got to wait and see, guys. Like the next season is going to bring something different. We don't know, but we'll see what happens. Who's winning the grading? Well, we'll talk about it.
See, this is what I'm telling you, mate. Salty fans about Carlton, about Cribble winning the Brownlow. He's a Collingwood salty fan, mate. Then now he's telling me, Carlton, please.
All right, guys. Well, we're going to go to the next game. I'm going to bring up that pop-up again because I love it. So here we go.
Here we go.
I'll take that off. Oh, no. All right. Now, how good is it? Do you like it? How good is it?
Yeah, pretty good.
Jeez, it's so good. I love it. All right, so we'll go to fixtures. We'll go to... No, we're not going to go to that game yet. Go preliminary final. This is the game you want. So, the other prelim final was... It was the Cats versus the Lions, and it was a doozy of a game. So 12-13-85 to 14-11-95. It was a 10-point margin to the Lions. This game was out of control. What you want a prelim to be, and congratulations to the Lions. I mean, Geelong were up. I think Geelong were up like 5 goals at one stage, weren't they? They were like, they were steaming. Yep. Yeah, they were starting to, streamline through. And then, well, here it is, guys. Here's the summary. So it was 1 goal for. So Brisbane had the dominance in the first quarter, and then in the second quarter, it looks like the Cats just they scored a few goals. They scored 7 goals in that second quarter to 2 goals. And then third quarter came, they scored 2, but then Brisbane scored 5. And then it was 4 goals to Brisbane at the end and 2 to Geelong. So, yeah, tight game at the end. There was a few lead changes at the end, but Brisbane came out with the win. So, Reece Stanley had a shot on goal at the end to bring the margin back. But I think, did he hit the post?
Yeah.
Yeah, hit the post. Jeez. Yeah, it's got it here. I'll show you some stats quickly. Play stats. Disposal. So, yeah, Zorko with 32. Lockie Neal with 31. Big game. Josh Dunkley, 28. Hugh McCluggage, 27. Darcy Wilmot, 24. And then Patrick Dangerfield had the highest disposals with 24.
That's what win games, mate. That's what win games. The top 4 players, all Brisbane, mate.
Yeah, they were. Well, top 5.
Top 5.
Top 5 there, man.
All Brisbane.
So,
That's
and
how you
then
win games, mate.
yeah, and then goals. Oliver Henry, 4 goals. Good game from him. Archie, I mean, he scored some goals when it mattered. With 3. Cam Rayner with 2. Logan Morris 2. Myers 2. So you can see all the goals there, guys. Well done. Very, very good game from.
You want to know a fun stat?
What?
That was the first time Brisbane have won a final in the last 3 years without Joey Danaher kicking a goal.
Didn't he kick a goal? He didn't score at all? No shit. There you go.
One behind.
Well, they're going to need him this week to score, man. So
why? He's playing the ruck.
Oh, is he? I thought Darcy Fort's coming back.
Nah, they're not going to put Ford in. They're going to put Danaher in the forward line. I'm telling you right now. Danaher in the ruck. They're going to put Danaher in the ruck. I'm telling you right now. He's going to play majority of the ruck.
Jeez. Okay, it's going to be interesting. We can see there. Look at the disposals. The Lions 391 to 319. Inside 50s. Actually, Geelong had more inside 50s, but lost the game. Disposal efficiency was quite below 70% on both of them. So actually,
go to Teams while you're there. You have the new website. Go to Teams. Maybe the Teams just came out. They would have came out. Quickly check the Teams.
All right, hold on.
See if Darcy Fort came in.
Where is it?
There you go. Up. Yeah, first one.
This one?
Yeah. No, yeah. Grand final teams. Lions make ruck calls. Grand final teams drop.
Brisbane have confirmed a recall for Darcy Fort in the place of injured Oscar McInerney.
Oh, so Fort has actually... Wow, okay.
But both Brisbane and Sydney otherwise unchanged for the 2004 AFL Grand Final.
Zakal was saying the captain for Sydney's out. Is that not right?
Yeah.
Go down. It should say the ins and outs.
Oh, here we go. So Sydney's got no outs. Robbie Fox is the sub again. And then Darcy Fort in for McInerney. Sub is Connor McKenna. So cool.
Well, then it's going to... Callum Mills, the captain, not playing grand final. Heartbreaking.
I know. Very heartbreaking, but you got to keep a winning team, don't you? I guess. Is he fit enough to play though? That's the thing as well.
Nah, he's not.
Yeah. So yeah, guys, that's the grand final, but we are still talking about the other game, so we'll get back to the grand final anyway. Where was it? Guys, anything you want to say about this game, King of the North? You did watch this live. You were on the edge of your seat. I remember.
Yep.
I remember watching you do the watch along.
Johnny Carlton come in and join me as well, and probably one of the games of the year actually. This game, and I was saying to Johnny on the call that all the stats were going Brisbane's way. And it just looked really positive for Brisbane, even though they were behind. It just seemed like they had the game in hand. So in the end, it turned out that way. So congratulations to Brisbane. Well done to Geelong anyway, because we thought they were going to be not even making the 8 in some standings. So for them to do a prelim again. Well done to them and well done to the coach. But Brisbane go on. They want to get their revenge on what happened to them last year and get a flag. So good luck to them.
Yep. Johnny Carlton, any words for this one? You're a bit of you do like Brisbane? They're like a kind of a second team to you. How are your friends, man? Were they excited with the win?
They're extremely happy, mate. They've got their tickets. They're going to be there on Saturday. So they're excited. And yeah, now look, as I said, I was quickly finishing work. I was running late. I wanted to quickly get home to watch the game. Couldn't get there in time, so I joined the King in the last quarter because I felt like it was going to be a great game. And yeah, wow, did you see that? Did you see the numbers we got in the live?
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely insane. We were breaking records. Even the game was breaking records, but so was HFD.
That's right.
Crazy.
Yeah. Biggest game ever.
Yeah. Now look, as I said, unreal game. That's finals football at its finest. That is finals football. When the big person steps up, entered Cam Rayner. Been quiet all game, and then he stood up his moment, kicked 2 goals in the space of 3 minutes, put the Lions in front, and they're going to the granny, mate. I tipped this team at the start of the year to win it. They're there, and I feel like they're going to finish it. Look, as I said, I thought Geelong played well. I'm a bit disappointed in Geelong's midfield. They should have taken advantage when Oscar went down, but they just didn't. They just wanted to play their normal game. But you got to take your chances, mate. If a ruckman's down and they're bringing in a forward player to play ruck for the most of the game, use the advantage. You know what I mean? Like, use the advantage. I feel like they didn't use their advantage to their capability. But yeah, as I said, Brisbane, unreal. Last 3 minutes was intense. I was screaming. But yeah, wow, what a prelim. So Granny should be good on Saturday. Should be good.
Yeah, I'm actually excited for the Granny. Like, I'm looking forward to it. So I just hope it's a good game of footy. That's what we want to see, you know. So, but no, that was a crazy game. And look, commiserations to the Geelong people. You know, some people did not have, as the King said, did not have you even making it this far. So, no, you did well. You did well, and you gave it a shake. But yeah, back to the drawing board for Geelong, just like Port Adelaide. So, and then comes the big dance. The big dance this weekend, Saturday. Now, let's have a look here. So,
the Lions and the Swannies.
I know. Here we go. All right. So it is on Saturday, Arvo. What time is it? Let's have a look. So it says 2 p.m. on here, but I think it's at 2:30 Melbourne time. So 2 p.m. Adelaide time, because I'm in Adelaide, so it's going to show me Adelaide times. But yeah, 1 day and 17 hours away, guys. So not long to go. Now, as we said before, lineups, Darcy Fort comes in for Sydney. For Brisbane. Out goes Oscar McInerney. No changes for Sydney. Swans to win $1.75, and Lions at $2.08. So,
I've got a quick question for both of you before we start this. If you were Brisbane, who would you tag? Goulden, Heaney, or Warner? If you had to tag the one, who would you tag? Would you go Heaney because he's the most dominant?
I think Heaney.
I'll go.
Because the thing is, if you tag Heaney, you have to go to the forward line with him too, because Heaney goes into that forward line.
He does, yeah. But he does get away in the second half of the game.
So who would you go? Would you go Goulden?
No, I'll go Heaney.
No, I'll go Goulden. I'll go Goulden.
You'll go Goulden?
Yeah,
I'll go Goulden too.
He just sets up all the play from the back half or from the midfield. And he tackles like, yeah, he wins the ball a lot, man. So, and he hits you tight.
Heaney is way too hard to tag. He moves down the forward line. You got to get a defender midfielder to play on him. And as I said, probably Barry's the only one I see going to him. But
yeah, Bergman had him last week, and just after he got injured, he just couldn't go with him at all. So, yeah, no, it's an interesting matchup, man. Very interesting. So, but then, who do you tag? Who do the Swans tag? Do they tag Lockie Neal? Or do they
Dunkley or
or Dun-
McCluggage?
Yeah. McCluggage, man.
McCluggage had a good game last week.
I know. I don't know, man.
It's
Talent all over the field in both teams, so it's going to be good.
Well,
Got to tag Zorko. Zorko, that's a good point as well.
Yeah, that's right.
Lazarus said Zorko as well, so
Zorko's another one.
he was dangerous last week as well. Yeah,
Well, Zorko's playing the half-back flank, isn't he, at the moment?
Yeah, he's playing on the half bank. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's been good from there. Like, yeah.
Mm.
I just before we go into the game, I'm gonna give big props to Brisbane. I mean, they were 44 points down against GWS, man, and they came back to win. They were down against Geelong a little bit too, and then they came back to win. I mean, that's crazy, man. Like, to think they're in the grand final, like if you're sitting there in the third quarter watching them play GWS, you're thinking to yourself, "Oh, they're finished." But look what they are now, man. So if you're a Lions supporter, you got to be very proud of your team. And I wish like watching them play on the weekend, I was like, "Fire! I wish Port Adelaide had this, man. I wish we had that fight." Like they do, they just got this fight about them. Like they've got something special about them, and this is why I'm going to probably tip them for this week. So, awesome stuff, Brisbane. But look, this is the first non-Victorian grand final since 2006. So yeah, it's going to be first time. Now these teams did meet each other, I think, in a grand final years ago, but not as Brisbane. I think they were Fitzroy and South Melbourne. So obviously it's not the same clubs, but there's a bit of history there for them.
And Fitzroy lost by a point.
There you go. Biron just told us Fitzroy versus South Melbourne, 1898. Jeez. Sydney, so it would be John Longmire's fifth grand final at the Swans, with 2012 being he was the premiership coach. His current record is 1-3, so he's going to want to win this one, man, because he's lost a few there. Having come close last year, Lions mentor Chris Fagan could become the first senior coach to ever win under VFL AFL flag without having played the game at the top level. History also awaits for the Lions side, which would become just the second team after the Western Bulldogs in 2016 to win a premiership from outside the top four. So, yeah, I reckon they can do it. The Lions have won 5 of their past 6 games against the Swans, but Sydney defied an even worse record last week in thrashing Port Adelaide at the SCG. So, there you go, guys. So the Lions have the wood over the Swans in the last 6 games. So yeah, what else to say? What happened this year? So last year, the last game they played was a cracker. Brisbane won by 2 points, 11-13-79 to Sydney, 11-11-77. Now that was. You right?
Yeah, sorry.
That was at the Gabba. So this is a totally different venue. I don't know if they've ever played against each other at the MCG. Yeah, so... Guys, I just can't wait for it. If what I saw of Sydney last week with, what's his name? Armady, if they can get the ball to him, he's a weapon. Every time that ball went to Armady last week, it was just like a ball magnet. So, but I don't think the Lions are going to let them have that luxury of moving the ball like Port Adelaide let them last week. So I think the Lions will make it tough for them. In saying that, yeah, Sydney could turn it on, but normally they don't start too well. The Swans, I've noticed. Last week against Port Adelaide, they didn't have the best start, even though they were in front. They kind of accelerated near the end. So if Brisbane get a good start in this game, then yeah, they could go a long way to winning. So because you've seen the comebacks as well, so they know how to ice a game as well. Like if it comes to that, so look, it's going to be an epic grand final. We're doing a watch along with for it. I'm excited. I'm gonna tip now, guys. I'm gonna go Brisbane. I just think what they've done the last few weeks is amazing. Even though Sydney are going to be tough to beat as well, but I think Brisbane I reckon it's going to be like a 5.3-point margin. So for me, Brisbane, and it might be one of the grand finals of the last 20 years. I reckon it's going to be epic, and it's nice to see. Yeah, as I said, two non-Victorian clubs playing. So it's been a while. So King of the North. What do you reckon, man?
Yep. JMO just asked who will go to Neil. What do you reckon, Johnny Carlton?
I think it has to be their tag and James Jordan. It has to be.
Okay.
He's their best tag all year. He's shut down everyone. He shut down Butters last week too. So.
Yep. There you go, JMO. I'm going Brisbane as well. Watching them the last couple of weeks. Miraculous comebacks in one, and just outstanding performance last week. Sydney are very good, but both teams have got can't play at the MCG as well, so everything's even, I guess. But I think Brisbane will just be that little bit better. They were also at the big dance last year and got done, so they will be wanting revenge on last year's loss and make amends this year. So I'm on Brisbane by about 8 points.
Yep. Before we go, Johnny, I got some stats here, guys. So disposals. The average, you can see the average for the Lions is a bit higher than Sydney. The inside 50s, the Swans have got more inside 50s. Disposal efficiency is pretty even there. Look like a pretty even side. The hitouts are going to be interesting now with Fort coming in, so we'll see how that plays out with the clearances. So. Yeah, it just depends who wins the ruck battle there, and then you can tap it. But the clearances, the Lions have been more dominant side, it looks like, with these stats here. These are the averages. Possession, contested possession, it's they've got 4 more, average 4 more. The Lions. I was listening to Champion Data the other day as well, and they were saying how the Lions... they're on paper and by the stats, they're the best team going around. They should have been top 4. They had a few blunders in that in the last few rounds, and I think the Collingwood game, there was another game as well that they dropped, and they should have been top 4. So they're a good side. So it's going to be very interesting. Johnny Carlton, what do you reckon?
Wow. We're finally here. The last game of the season. I'm going Brisbane as well. So that's a clean sweep for all of us. All going Brisbane. Love that. And I thought the King was going to steal my number here, but he didn't. But I'm going Brisbane by 7 points. He said 8, so I'm lucky. I think Lions by 7, and I actually have a Norm Smith prediction as well. I think the Norm Smith's going to go to Brisbane's Josh Dunkley.
Oh.
I feel like Dunkley's going to take the Norm Smith home too. So, look, I can't wait. This one feels a little bit close to me as I've got mates that are Brisbane, so it's I'm legit just doing it for them. We're all watching it together, but they're at the game, so they're going to come back to the party afterwards, and I just don't want them upset. I want them coming back with drunk and smile on their faces, and so I'm going Lions. Yep, Lions by 7 points. And yeah, as I said, I think Josh Dunkley is going to take the Norm Smith home. And I just can't believe footy's ending. It's gone so fast. I miss it already. I miss it already.
Are you going to the granny?
Nah. I was going to, but I gave my mate to get his sister to go with him because she's Brisbane too. So
yeah.
I'm not Brisbane. I'll let Brisbane supporters go. You know what I mean?
I'm going to go for the Norm Smith. I'm going to go. I reckon Charlie Cameron's going to have a massive game. So I reckon Charlie Cameron.
And there'll be 3 small forwards in a row.
Or it could be. It could be. What's the other one? What's his name?
Papley.
Yeah, or Heaney. But the other forward for Brisbane, what's his name?
Rayner.
Rayner could win the Norm Smith.
Mate, if Rayner or Cameron wins it, that's 3 forwards that have won in the last 3 years. Isaac Smith in 2022, Bobby Hill in 2023, and then imagine Rayner.
Yeah, John Kay reckons Rayner as well. We'll see. What do you reckon, King?
Oh, I'm going to go out on a limb as someone who might not get it, but I'm going to say him anyway. I think Zorko might have a chance.
Zorko, okay.
He'll be up there, Zorko.
He'll be up there.
He'll be up there.
Like, it just depends on like what I love about the Norm Smith medal is the way they it's about moments and it's about how much impact the player gets. So I love how a forward can win it. It's not always the midfielders. So because Bobby Hill impacted that game last year. It was amazing. So yeah, if Cameron can get off the leash, if Rayner can get off the leash, if Heaney can get off the leash, you just don't know. But it's gonna be a crazy grand final, man, and I cannot wait. We are going to be live doing a watch along. Both of us, me and the King, will be live on the couch. So TikTok, YouTube, get ready. It's going to be a massive stream. So make sure you come and join us, guys. All right. Let's grand final. Are you guys going to the parade or anything like that? No?
No.
Okay.
Enjoy my day off tomorrow, mate.
Yeah, you're lucky. G'day, boys. Have surgery today, but we'll be back for the granny. Gonna pull for the Bloods this weekend. Got to go with Heaney for the Norm Smith. See you guys at the watch along. Thanks, Jeremy. It's one of
Jeremy from the States.
It's one of the Kingsmen.
Yep.
Rest well, mate. Rest well.
I got Danaher to win the Norm Smith. There you go. So
Joey, that's a big.
He want to have an absolute blinder, I reckon. So never know.
How long have we gone for? 50 minutes.
Yeah, look, we're going to do one more thing before we go. I'm just doing a poll quickly. So I forgot. Swans. What we're going to do is...
Flagon reckons Cripper 3 votes for the granny.
I like it.
I like it too.
All right, there's a poll in there, guys, if you want to answer that poll. But before we do go, it is silly season at the moment. So beautiful. It is silly season, and I thought, hey, let's talk about some trades before we head off. So
that's what I was going to ask. Pop us out.
I've got you here, bro.
Trade talk.
Here we go.
Trade talk, and
here we go.
Let's dress up as clowns. Silly season.
Oh, jeez. All right, here we go, guys. So I don't know if you can see that. So this is from the Raw. Not sure if there's any other ones, but it goes through pretty much every player. So if you can't see it, just let me know. Adelaide Crows. Himmelberg is trying to go. Now, I know there's a few. He's Gold Coast, so yeah, interesting. His brother's in GWS, so
yeah, that could work for the Jack Lukosius trade.
That could. So that's an interesting one. Brisbane Lions. Devin Robertson. He struggled to break into the Brisbane team in 2024. He's been a regular. He was a regular in 2023. Last year turned down a contract offer from the West Coast, and he is tied for the Lions until the end of 2025. But he's seen as a player to watch. Was he a backman?
Nah, he's that midfielder that remember his shirt got ripped halfway through the game, and the abs came out.
I
Yeah,
remember.
that's who that is.
That guy.
that's Robertson.
The abs guy.
Abs guy.
Yeah, right. Okay. All right. Well, yeah, he looks like he's He's
you
on
know
the
who?
way
You
out.
know who would be? You know who would he would fit perfectly for?
Who?
Port Adelaide.
You reckon?
That mid bull, that bull that can just burst into chump. Because if you don't have Palpepper in there, he's that other midfield bull.
Yeah.
Bang.
100%. Well, yeah, I don't know.
Go.
All right,
Here we
Carlton Blues. Jack Carroll's been linked to a return to Western Australia. Played 15 games for the Blues in 2024. Johnny Carlton, any rumours for this? Any?
Yeah, nah. I think he's leaving too.
Leaving.
Yeah.
Is that
Be
a
clean
bad?
out.
Are you upset about that? Or?
Oh, I am. I do like Jackie Carroll. But
Hey,
I just
Pepsi.
please, I just want something good for him. Just that's all.
Well, is he contracted?
Nah.
Okay, so he'll go to either Freo or West Coast. I mean, Freo have got a lot of handy picks, but I don't know what's he worth, man. I don't know.
Second rounder at best.
Second round.
I don't want a third rounder for him. Second rounder I would be happy with.
Yeah. Pepsi's back in the lives. Welcome back, Pepsi. All right. The next one is one that I am a bit shocked with because I thought that he was a main staple for you guys. But Matthew Kennedy, his contract.
He's not leaving.
His contract 2025, but probably been told the Blues to look for a new home. Is that true?
Yeah, they have told him to look for a new home, but his manager just said in the last couple of days that he's happy at Carlton and he wants to stay at Carlton.
Yeah. Well, he's got he's contracted.
That's not good. That's not good if the management's if Carlton is saying you can find a new home though. That's slightly concerning.
Well, it's all because of the backlash that copped in the elimination final. So apparently this is what happened. On Monday night he was in hospital because he got sick. Wednesday he had surgery on his finger. Friday his wife got birth to his baby boy, and then Saturday he just didn't feel well apparently. So, but they're just saying it was a tactical sub, but apparently he wasn't feeling well. So,
yeah, okay.
But he's happy to stay at Carlton. So,
yeah. Jack Martin, the injury-prone Blue, has attracted interest from several clubs, including Geelong and Fremantle. According to reports, was delisted after 5 years at Blues. Contract expires at the end of 2024. He's keen to remain in Melbourne. I think he's going to Geelong. I think
he's going to Geelong.
Yeah, he's going to Geelong. Is he a big loss to you guys, or?
Look, good player, very good player, but just too injury prone.
Yeah.
If we want to be serious, it's the time for him to move on. So, but as I said, we delisted him, so he's a delisted free agent. So
yeah. All right. The Harry McKay stuff, that's all done, but it does say here that's all done. He's not going anywhere. Petrarca's not going anywhere, and but Matthew Owies out of contract.
One's gonna hurt King. The next one's gonna hurt the King.
Is he going?
Matthew Owies.
He's going to West Coast.
No way.
Is he going to West Coast?
He had a medical session with them during the week.
Wow.
Oh, no.
Okay. Well, that's not a bad in for West Coast then.
Oh, that's super. That's a big in for West Coast. What do you want about?
It is.
Always has so much back. This I hate. This I don't understand. This as much as I gave always a banana this year, and I know, and I gave him a lot of shit. But he was our third most goal kicker of the year. He kicked 40 plus goals. That's mostly any of the top four forwards. Like he had a phenomenal year, and you're giving him You're not giving him a contract, but you're giving duds like Durden and Fantasia a contract. Oh,
Yeah, it's weird. I thought Obers had a good year, so I don't know. He kicks your
Going
goals,
West Coast.
man. He
Oh, well,
And I'm-
I'll have to
And
get
I'm
me West
telling
Coast
you-
stat out next year.
And I'm telling
I'm
you,
only joking.
second rounder. If we don't get a second rounder, we've screwed it up, and I'm sacking our freaking list management. I can't do it. Second rounder, that's it. You can't have a 40+ goal kicker go for freaking nothing.
Was he 40 plus? Was he 40 plus goals this year?
42 goals he kicked this year.
Oh, and Carlton won't renew a contract there. Unbelievable.
Well, they will. They said they will, but they want to wait till the trade period's done. But I feel like that's too late. I feel like if Always liked his medical session, he's gonna sorry, 1 second.
Well, if they're offering him more money as well, and more years,
Yeah, as I said, they're offering more years, more money, so it would be silly if he didn't want to join. So
yeah. All right, the next one is interesting as well because he did play a lot in that last half of the season when
the next two are bullshit. The next two are bullshit.
So
Ready both are staying.
So Pittenet's not going anywhere.
Internet's not going anywhere. Radion's about to sign a 6-year contract. Both are staying at Carlton.
All right.
They just need some help down the back for Wiedering. He can't do it by himself.
Exactly. Sam DeConing, please.
And then Lewis Young is contracted to 2025, but has probably been told to look by the Blues to look for a new home.
Yeah, this is a funny one. I feel like he's gone to North Melbourne.
Lewis Young. Okay.
I feel like he's gone to North Melbourne. So as I said, probably second round at best. So
well, he's contracted for next year.
Yeah, exactly. So he would be worth, but he was really good He was really good in 2023, and he just dropped this year.
Yeah. Next one, guys. Collingwood. This is Collingwood now. Finlay McRae, having struggled to break into the Pies' best team since debut. It's seen as a player of interest for rival clubs, though has 1 year to run in his contract. I can't really remember him as a player. Is he any good?
Yeah, he's gonna go to St Kilda and join his brother, Jack McRae. The McRae brothers are
he's the brother. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so
yeah, I heard about that one as well. Far out. Okay, and then there's Reef McGuinness.
Yeah.
Similar to McRae, struggled to hold down his best 22 spot. He's out of contract at season's end. So,
that's funny because now that they're getting Ollie Lord in that team, it's not going to have a place for Reef McGuinness. So I feel like if Collingwood get Lord, I feel like it's time for McGuinness to find a new home.
Don't tell me that, man. Don't tell me that. I want Ollie Lord. Far out.
Well, you gotta sacrifice something then.
John Noble has requested to trade the Gold Coast for family reasons. Where he was reported to being offered a 4-year deal. However, his 2 years run out on his Magpie contract, with the Pies asking for a pick 20 in exchange. Do you reckon that's too high? Pick 20 from Noble?
This trade is going to be probably one of the longest trades in the trade period. I feel like this will be at the start and it won't get done until the end.
Oh, okay.
I feel like Collingwood are going to offer something, Gold Coast decline. Gold Coast is going to offer this, Collingwood decline.
Yeah.
So,
well, we'll see because Gold Coast are getting a lot of players in.
I do see it happening, but for pick 20, I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's a bit overs. I don't know.
Well, he's got 2 years.
Yeah, 2 years. Yeah, 2 years in the contract. That's probably why. So, Joey Richards. Now, I want Joey Richards. I think he's a gun little player. Hasn't played heaps of footy at the Pies, but what he has done, they really rate him over there. So, Port Adelaide reportedly offering a whopping 4-year contract after an impressive start to his AFL career, but has since been downgraded to 3. The Pies were only prepared to offer 2 years, but will now match the Power's contract length should he choose to stay. A lot of the Pie supporters reckon he'll stay. I'm not optimistic he'll come over to Port because they have lessened the deal. We do have a lot of small forwards anyway, so I'm not sure, if we need a Joey Richards, but I think he's a gun player, but I reckon he stays at Collingwood. What do you guys reckon?
Yeah, it's either Collingwood or Port Adelaide for Joey Richards. So if Port Adelaide can find a way to get him over, but I don't want it to happen because if Joey Richards comes into the Port Adelaide side, that means Frankie Evans won't get a game, and I don't like that. So
yeah, that's true. Well, not just Frankie Evans. A lot of players, like you got Rioli, you got.
Oh no, Rioli's staying in that team. You're not dropping Rioli.
Oh yeah, no, but you got Sam Powell-Pepper coming back as well in that forward line. There's a lot of
exactly.
You got McKenty on the sidelines as well. You got there's another player. Narkle, you got Anastasopoulos, which is a young dude that plays in the SANFL, and apparently DBJ as well. So got a lot of small forwards, man. Something that we don't really need. So we'll see what happens with Joey Richards. But hey, if he comes, I'll be happy. So all right, that was Collingwood. Essendon now, guys. So Ben Hobbs contracted for next year, but having fallen down the pecking order at the Bombers, midfield has attracted attention from elsewhere, with Collingwood particularly keen. I haven't seen Ben Hobbs probably play for ages.
No, Hobbsy, he's left out because of Merritt, Durham, Caldwell. So
yeah, yep.
I see it happening.
Yeah. Oh, then there's Laverde. Now
I see that happening too.
He's been linked to St Kilda, with the Bombers unwilling to offer any more than 1 year contract.
Josh Battle replacement.
Yep. Oh, isn't Josh Battle going to Hawthorn?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's going to be the Josh Battle replacement.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah, for St Kilda. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
This one is, I don't think this was going to happen, but you never know, man. You never know what happens.
No way. You're joking.
But Zach Merritt's been heavily courted by St Kilda, Godfather contract, more than $1 million a season. However, he's contracted until the end of 2027, with the Bombers maintaining they will not be trading the captain under any circumstances. So
he's the captain. He's not going nowhere.
Flags Dons reckons never leaving. Tinky reckons Lavade for Membry. Yeah, Membry's out of favour at the Saints, I reckon. So
Membry, yeah.
Yeah, that could happen. Another one, Dylan Shield. I can see this happening. St Kilda have interest in securing the midfield. Is St Kilda going to get everyone? What the heck's going on, man? St Kilda have interest in securing the midfield services despite entrenching himself in Essendon's best 22 late in the season. Has 1 year left to run on his Bombers contract. What do you reckon of Dylan Shield? Is he going to go to St Kilda?
That'd be a good pickup for Saints.
It's just, I don't know, St Kilda going after a lot of midfields. I don't know how they're going to fit them all in the freaking squad. So they're going after Finn McRae, Jack McRae, now Dylan Shields, Zach Merritt. Like, the list just goes on and on and on.
Oh, jeez. I don't know, man. I mean, it would. Yeah, I just don't know. They're going for everyone, man. St Kilda. So they must. Apparently, they've got a lot of money, in the salary cap. So, Johnny, where's Carlton this week, mate? Oh my God, they're coming for you, man. Shield 100% ends up at St Kilda. They tried last year. They'll get it done this year. Tinky Winky reckons. And Bobby's from Sweden. Welcome.
Dylan Shield's not leaving. Flag Don reckons he's the Essendon expert out down there. So he reckons he's hanging on to Dylan Shield.
Too old for St Kilda, he reckons. I don't know. All right. This is the big one, guys. Jake Stringer. Now, I know that Collingwood's not going to go for him. He's got to hit a trigger on his contract for an extra season after kicking 42 goals in 2024. That's a good effort. But a move elsewhere has been mooted. Brad Scott and the Bombers have reportedly stood firm on not offering any more than 1 year contract. So he wants, obviously, more years. Has reportedly told people he's played his last game in the red and black, with Sydney the clear front runner. Should he depart?
Sydney?
Collingwood's Craig McRae has confirmed the Magpies won't be changing to him despite rumours of interest. I don't think he goes to Sydney, man. No way.
Yeah, we'll go to Sydney. He'll go to
You
Sydney.
reckon?
Wow.
Yeah.
Tinky.
Wow.
Ask Tinky. Is he going to Sydney, Tinky?
Ringer, ringer, ringer. Stringer, dinger, ringer.
No way, man.
A package. The
The
package.
package.
You're in a gang.
Swannies.
I don't know, man. Is he worth? I mean, he had 42 goals this year. It's not bad. It's not a bad return, but
Flagged on. What's he doing? What do you reckon he's doing?
it's the
He's
Swans.
leaving.
Just
Stringer,
Swans.
yes.
Can't believe it's he would go to the Swans.
I know.
He didn't have a great year for Essendon.
Yeah, he did. 42 goals.
42 goals.
42. He's a
That's
full
pretty good.
forward though.
Yeah, 42 is a good year. I'd be happy with 42.
I don't know.
Oh, guess what?
What?
We're up to Fremantle. And you know who wants Fremantle? And guess what? Another midfielder. And guess who loves midfielders?
St Kilda.
Yeah.
All right, so St Kilda again have been reported. Andrew Brayshaw they're interested in him, who's contracted the Dockers until the end of 2025. So he's got 1 year left on the contract. St Kilda are into him. I don't know. This is the first I've seen this, so I don't think he leaves Fremantle. I doubt he leaves the Free Dockers, man.
Is he a Melbourne guy?
Yeah, he played
Brayshaw?
Melbourne at junior level, but he's not going. St Kilda want everyone. I'm surprised St Kilda haven't called up Chris C to play midfield yet.
I'm surprised too, man.
Wow, bro, they're calling everyone at the
Oh,
moment.
jeez. All right.
Hey, check your spam emails, Chris C. Do me a favour. There might be an email from the St Kilda Football Club.
Oh, jeez. Oh, man. All right. There's another guy called Tom Emmett. I don't know who that is. Yet to sign for 2025. The South Australian native is seen as a chance to move back home. So, yeah, maybe Port or Crom. I don't even know who he is, bro. So,
He's a good player. Yeah,
he's a good player? Okay.
Yeah, he's a good player.
We'll see what happens there. Geelong Cats, Dangerfield, Adelaide launched an audacious bid to lure the champion veteran back to his former.
Jeez, no way.
But
no way.
will be out of contract, but is expected to resign. He resigns with Geelong. He's not leaving Geelong.
Yeah.
What do you reckon,
going
John?
to the Crows?
Yeah, no, he's not going. Dangerous
No.
saying that Geelong.
Parfit has been delisted. He's expected to look elsewhere for senior opportunities. Having fallen out of favour after playing as a sub in the 2022 Premiership team. So I think Parfit would be a good fit somewhere else. I think he's a not bad player. So I don't know where he lands though. I do not know.
There's a name that's not on there, but Sam De Koning.
Yeah, is he going?
Well, I want Carlton to grab him
Is he contracted though?
till next year.
Yeah, Geelong don't like to part with their players, man. Even we couldn't get a Salva Galera out of his contract the year before. So yeah, they're gonna want something big for that.
I didn't give a shit. I didn't give a shit. We're giving you Jack Martin. We're giving you Lewis Young. Give us Sam De Koning, you Fruit Loops.
Jez, I reckon's not happening.
Yeah, of course he said that. He's going to say he's a downgrade. Watch.
Flagged on said, wouldn't mind if Stringer leaves. Got a lot of forwards and potential Hayden Davies, and we're getting Isaac Kako.
I played footy with his brother.
And Dam doesn't want the Judas back for free.
You mean Patrick Dangerfield?
Yeah, that's right.
Anyway. So, yeah, I think Parfit would find a good home, but, yeah, we'll see. All right, Jack Lacocious, my man, has reported settled on Port Adelaide over Adelaide in his new home for 2025 on a 6-year deal, has 2 years left to run on his son's contract. The club is unlikely to stand in his way. What do you guys reckon of this? Do you reckon Port's paying overs, 7-year deal? It's for a player that hasn't really, I mean, he's a good player, don't get me wrong, but has he really performed for a 7-year deal? Like, is he worth a 7-year deal?
What's his position? What's his position?
Well, he's played back. He's played forward. He's a forward, but they played him in the back line at Suns.
Listen to me. I was talking with my mate. I think this is going to happen, and it's going to be a 3-way trade. Now, listen. Jake Lacocious goes to Port Adelaide. Yeah. Ollie Lord goes to Collingwood. John Noble goes to Gold Coast.
With any picks involved?
Yeah, there's going to be picks involved. I don't know. I'm not a genius. I don't know what picks, but there's going to be picks involved too. But it's going to be a three-way. It's going to be a three-way trade. One player goes to each club. It has to be Noble from Collingwood to Gold Coast, Lukosius from Gold Coast to Port, and then Port to Collingwood, Ollie Lord. I feel like it's a three-way trade. I feel like it's something that's going to work. There's going to be future draft picks involved. There's going to be draft picks involved. It's going to be one of the big deals in the
But
trade.
what a Port buying him for? What position? Are they
The forward line.
Forward line?
It's going to be Marshall, Georgiades, and Lukosius. Is that
Lukosius? Okay, yeah.
The only problem with like he's not a menacing forward. Like he's not a key forward. You know what I mean? That's the only thing I can see. He's more like a Georgiades. He's more like a Marshall. You know what I mean? So I don't know if you can play those three in the same team. Can you?
Oh, but he's tall. He's way taller than Narco and Rioli and that type of stuff. Look, if Lukosius plays his best footy, he is a gun. You can obviously tell he is a gun. You can see him in games. I feel like he's not that big, meaty full forward.
No, that's what I mean.
They have Georgiades. They have Marshall as that skinny, lanky type. You know what I mean? It's just.
That's what I say.
Port needs forwards and backs, and needs run out of the back line. So that's where you need to strengthen Port Adelaide.
Yeah, it's hard to find halfback flankers, man. That can, and that key defender we need, but they don't grow on trees, man. That's the problem.
No, they don't. No.
And now, the thing is, the midi forward now, I reckon they're gonna have his Asava Radigalia. Like he'll be that big forward target now that Charlie Dixon's gone, and then if you bring like Lukosius in, but I don't know, man. I don't know if it's worth 7 years. It's a good player, but far out, it's a lot of money.
7 years is a long time. That's a long contract.
It is a long contract. So I don't know, but
now listen to me. Before we move on, this next player, I want Carlton to chase him. Carlton, if you're listening, before getting rid of Owies, this is the guy we need to grab right now.
All right, so Malcolm Rosas. He's contracted with the Suns for 2025 and has been told he's free to explore his trade. Both Adelaide and Essendon have been linked. I remember Carlton are not linked. Well, it doesn't say here, but
it's not. They're not.
But I heard Crom saying that he wouldn't mind Rosas at the Crows. Now,
no. Come to Carlton. Carlton, pick up the phone and call Gold Coast right now. Tell them to get Rosas to Carlton.
Rosas is solid. A few people saying in the chat. I don't know, man. With this one, we'll see what happens. But get your boys onto it.
Boss.
All right.
Make the call.
Damn it, take Roses as well.
That's it. All right, GWS guys. Isaac Cumming today. He got told. He told everyone he's going to the Crows. He's a free agent, so there is nothing to really say about that. He's a good pickup for them. The only thing I see with Isaac Cumming, like I was looking at his how many games he's played and this and that. I think it was like 86 games over like 5 seasons or something. I can't remember exactly. But yeah, he's a bit injury prone. That's the only thing I would say about Isaac Cumming. So, you're getting a good player, but, we thought we were getting a good player with Fantasia and he was injured half the time. So hopefully it works out for the Crows, even though I can't stand him. But, he's not coming to Port. So what do you guys reckon with that?
This will be the first trade to be done.
Isaac, yeah, of course. Yeah. It's not even a trade. It's not even a trade. It's like it is a trade, but they're not trading him. It's a free agency move. So anyway, next one is Wade Deckerson. Who the heck's that?
Jackson. He's a big, tall, full forward.
Informed the Giants of a desire to be traded back home to a Victorian club for family reasons, and he's since nominated Melbourne. Has had a contract for 2025, but he's yet to play a senior game after being taken in the 2022 mid-season rookie draft. So he's looking to get back to Melbourne. Does he get back?
Yeah. Because you have Hogan, Riccardi, Cadman, Brown, all there. He's not going to get a game. I feel like Collingwood is a great place for him.
Yeah. Oh, we'll see what
Like,
happens there.
If Collingwood are getting Ollie Lord, then maybe not.
I can't believe they're getting Ollie Lord, man. What the? Nick Haynes has officially played his last game as a Giant. Advised the club will be going elsewhere in 2025. An unrestricted free agent. He's set to walk to Carlton. Was thrown into the trade mix at the end of 2023, despite having a year left to run on his deal, but the Giants couldn't be persuaded to part ways.
Our new blue bagger.
Well, this might be the first one, man, because he's a unrestricted free agent, so he'll go straight to Carlton, eh?
Yep, the replacement, the Lewis Young replacement, the Caleb Marchbank replacement. Done, locked in, bang. Hainsey, welcome to the Blue Baggers, mate.
You happy?
It's going to happen. Yeah, I like Hainsey. Yeah. He's a good player, so...
There you go.
He can help Wiedering out. He can help Wiedering out. So I like it.
Yeah. Is the king happy? Is the question?
I don't know. Is the king happy?
I'm always happy.
Oh, good.
Xavier O'Halloran has another year to run on his Giant contract, but the Western Bulldogs are heavily interested and have reportedly offered a multi-year deal. What do you guys reckon of that?
I can see it happening.
Yeah,
I reckon he'll go too.
Yeah. All right.
Scared for Richmond because the whole list might be there for Richmond.
James Peatling, having broken out late in the season, the tackling machine has attracted interest from the Bulldogs, and particular as well as Collingwood, Melbourne, St Kilda, and West Coast. Fucking St Kilda again. Remains uncontracted for 2024, but the Giants have tabled a 3-year offer to keep him. You reckon any of this guy goes? Is he from Melbourne or he stays?
No, he is. I think he stays. I think he played amazing in the second half of the season. I think he stays.
King wants Flanders. Jeez. All right, this is the one that I want, but Collingwood have come to the game. So Harry Perriman is yet to recommit, despite the Giants reportedly tabling a 6-year contract offer, up from the original offer of 5 years. Hawthorn reportedly tabled a 5-year deal, $800,000 per season, but Port Adelaide have seen as the favourites, while Adelaide and Collingwood are also heavily in the mix. Will be an unrestricted free agent at the end of 2024. My mail is that he's going to Collingwood because he grew up as a Collingwood fan, and but apparently the Port Adelaide offer is more substantial, like the money. But I don't know, man. What do you guys reckon? He toured Collingwood headquarters today. I think it's Collingwood. Yeah, I wanted him at the Port Adelaide, but unfortunately. Yeah, if you got the connection when you were growing up, sometimes it's more than money. So, but if he does decide to come to Port Adelaide, we're happy to have you, man. I would love to have Perryman. So, but I think he wants
Dan Houston's connected to Collingwood as well.
I'm not sure. He's connected to Carlton. I know that.
Collingwood or Carlton?
Carlton, Collingwood, and St Kilda.
And St Kilda. Yeah. Okay.
No, I'd rather we're gonna lose Houston, so he would have been a perfect replacement for Houston Perryman, but he wants to play midfield, so he wouldn't break into our midfield. Like we got too many guns in there at the moment in our midfield, so he'd probably be offered more midfield minutes at Collingwood, to tell you the truth. So that's probably another thing that's attracting him to Collingwood. So unfortunate for Port Adelaide. So, but we'll see. We'll keep an eye on that one. Connor Stone out of contract at season's end. The former first-round draft pick has reportedly attracted interest. Do you know much about this player, guys, or I don't know much about him?
I do. But I don't think he'll get picked up, to be honest.
All right, so he might be in the wilderness. This is an interesting one. Hawthorn. Sam Frost has been approached by Sydney amid concerns the looming arrival of Josh Battle and Tom Barrass to the Hawks will push him out of the senior team. Triggered a contract extension for 2025 after an excellent season behind, but missed the Hawks semi-final loss with a foot injury. I don't see him leaving, man. I think he stays. I can't see him leaving the Hawks.
I can't see him leaving the Hawks too. I think him and Barrass will be a perfect partnership with Josh Battle down there. So
Yeah, 100%. So if you're a Hawks supporter, I wouldn't be worried. I reckon he stays. He's already
They're gonna be even stronger next year.
Ned Reeves, unspurred by Lloyd Meek as the Hawks' premier ruckman. The father-son recruit is seen as a target by rival clubs, but is contracted until the end of 2026. Does he leave? Does anyone need a ruckman?
Yes,
Geelong. Okay, so father-son.
Geelong as a ruckman.
Yeah, as a ruckman.
All right.
He goes all right. Meek goes all right, actually.
Meek does go good.
Meek is
We
good.
all know about Alex Neil-Bullen. He has going to the Crows, so that's all good. Clayton Oliver.
Petrarca.
Yeah, that's old news, guys. We're not going to go through that. They're all staying at Melbourne. Pickett. He could still leave.
To
I don't
Freo.
know. He could go to Freo. So don't be surprised. And Adam Tomlinson is a key defender, unrestricted free agent, has attracted interest from St Kilda and Collingwood. Would you pick up Tomlinson?
I love how St Kilda are going for everyone.
They are, man. They're going for everyone.
Everyone.
I think St
Kilda. I think if he had to pick, it would go to St Kilda because he could also be the Josh Battle replacement if Jaden Laverde doesn't go. Yeah. I feel like Tomlinson would be it. So yeah.
LDU, man. I love LDU at North Melbourne.
Not happening. Move on.
He's attracted from St Kilda again. And the Bombers. Far out. Will be a restricted free agent at the end of 2025. So at the end of next year, he could see a move. We'll see. But that'll be a big blow, man, if he was to leave.
It's not happening. He's going to stay.
Saints want everybody, but nobody wants the Saints. There we go from Dan.
All right.
And g'day to Sandra, just come in the chat. G'day, welcome in. Good to see you.
Hey, Sandra.
Old supporter.
Port Adelaide now. So, Miles Bergman, this is the first time I've heard of this, is reportedly keen to return to Victoria despite being contracted to the Power for 2025 amid heavy Melbourne-based interest, but seems likely to stay given rumours. I don't think we're losing Bergman, man. If we lose Bergman, forget about it. We're finished if we lose Bergman.
The club that wants him is Melbourne, and I don't see it happening for the Neil Bullen. I don't see it happening. So I feel like Bergman's going to stay.
Dan Houston definitely leaving. He's come out and said that he is leaving. But it just depends what we can get for him. He says that if we can't facilitate a trade, then he's happy to stay. But who wants a player that wants to leave? No one does. So I'm hoping they get a deal done. Even though I do love him at the club. Carlton and North Melbourne are the front runners, with the Rouge reportedly willing to part with their first round pick. Jeez, while Collingwood and the Western Bulldogs are an other suitors. Has a 3-year to run on the Power contract and is probably willing to remain if his favourable deal cannot be made. I reckon he goes. Does he really want to go to North Melbourne? Look, I'm sorry if Musa's listening, but North Melbourne are not they're not a team going for a flag anytime soon. So, he's going to be stuck in a team that's going to be dwindling down the bottom of the ladder. So does he want that? Or does he want to go to Carlton?
You know what's funny? I feel like out of all this talk, I feel like he's going to stay at Port Adelaide.
He might. Because now we haven't got Perryman, man. We haven't got Perryman. So we're like, if we don't get Perryman...
if Perryman goes to Collingwood, I feel like Dan Houston's going to stay. And then next year... It's where he goes.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, that wouldn't be a bad thing for Port.
It wouldn't be. But then we wouldn't get into the draft, and this draft is really good draft. So it's a two-way thing. If he's going to leave anyway next year, I reckon Port Adelaide make the deal.
Would you do Dan Houston for pick 11?
I think so. Is that what they got, North Melbourne?
No, Carlton.
I would, but I think Carlton don't want to get rid of pick 11.
No, we don't. We want to keep it for other people.
Yeah, that's right. Do you know what I mean? So that's the problem. That's the problem, bro. So I don't know, man. We'll see what happens. That's going to be an interesting one. I reckon that's going to go to the last wire, bro. That one. So I don't know. We'll see. It might be done in the first week. Who knows? But I can't believe this name next. Ollie Lord, man. The guy,
Collingwood.
I just don't see why they didn't play him that much this year. They should have just played him. When Dixon was out, they should have played Ollie Lord. I thought he had a good 2023. Has been sounded out by Victorian clubs, Melbourne, Collingwood, with the Powers' pursuit of Jack Lukosius jeopardising his long-term future in the senior team at Alberton. He's tied to Port until the end of 2026, with the club reportedly telling him he's a big part of their future. Managed just 6 games in an injury-interrupted 2024. You said Collingwood, Ollie. Sorry, Johnny. I don't know, man. I'll be upset if I see Ollie Lord go. I like him, so.
So Flagged On is also saying Dan Houston should go to Essendon. Chris C pick 7 for Dan Houston.
I don't think the Bombers are gonna.
No.
I don't think the Bombers want him.
And Sandra said need to swap a pick with Brizzy.
Who? Carlton don't need Houston. Yeah, but Carlton would be good. I reckon Dan Houston would fit in Collingwood. That's what I think he would be.
Far out. How many people do you want Collingwood to have? Perry, man.
Yeah, exactly. God,
no. Without Perriman.
No.
Without Perriman. Collingwood far out.
Yeah, he'd be good. Imagine that big 70-metre kick downfield, Johnny Carlton into the forward line to those big boys.
I know. The next one was Ivan Soldo. Obviously, he was injury riddled this year. Played the first 5 or 6 games. Was really good for us. And but he's fallen behind Jordan Sweet in the pecking order, and is better through injuries, as I said. St Kilda are interested, and looks like that's who's going to
go Saints.
St Kilda.
Go Saints.
The problem is, man, he's gonna go. Marshall is the ruckman there, so he's not going to be playing.
How dumb! He wants to play minutes, but he's going to go to St Kilda. I don't think he can go on top of Ryan Marshall, please.
If I was him, man, I'd stay here, and he could earn his spot back. Like, I reckon he's probably in front of Dante Vicentini, to tell you the truth. So I don't know. Your Sweets had a good back half of the year, man. So it's hard to say that that Ivan would
and
be
it would
number
just
one.
be better. It would just be better going into the next season as well with a pre-season under his belt too.
Yeah. Oh, I reckon he goes to St Kilda. That's what's happening. So definitely that will happen. Ollie Wines, I haven't heard this one. Contracted until the end of 26, but is probably a player of interest at North Melbourne. Yeah, I don't think so. I think Ollie stays.
Nice stays. Oh, here we go. This is going to be long as hell now.
Liam Baker, tough midfielder, has requested a trade home to Western Australia. Looks like it's going to happen. The Eagles are the ones that are trading. Looking at him as a free. He's not a free agent though. So, is he going to the West Coast?
Yeah.
Shea Bolton, far out. The Tiger and his management denied reports he has officially sought a trade, but Bolton has since informed Richmond of his desire to return home to Western Australia for family reasons. Fremantle...
Another one back to Western Australia.
Fremantle, who hold 3 first-round picks, are the favourites. Complicating matters, Bolton is contracted to Punt Road until 2028. Jeez.
Oh, wow.
It's going to happen. They're going to use two first-rounders for Shea Bolton. It's going to happen.
2028, jeez. Well, I mean,
you got to remember, Walters is getting old now. They need that spark. Schultz is gone there too. They're gonna use everything to get a small, shining, bright forward down there. So,
and he can play midfield as well. He's good in the midfield too.
Exactly. Yeah. So, I feel like it's gonna happen. Jack
Graham is seen highly to return to WA and become an Eagle. So I reckon that's going to happen. He was trying to leave the Tigers a few years ago. I remember he was linked to Port Adelaide, but the deal was never happened. So I reckon this one happens now. So Tom Lynch, this is an interesting one, has become a player of interest to Collingwood and Melbourne. So Collingwood's getting everyone too. According to reports, despite an injury-riddled 2 season in which he managed just 8 games, has 1 year remaining on a lucrative contract, but the 31-year-old could seek a new home as Tigers continue with their long-term rebuild. Do you think he's going?
Collingwood just want a tall forward. So if Ollie
Yeah.
Lord doesn't work out, then they're going to go everything at Lynch. They want another tall forward down there, Collingwood. You can obviously see they need it, and that's what they're going for. So,
Yeah. All right.
and I reckon the next two you're about to say are both going to the Gold Coast.
Yeah, Dusty, I reckon. Dusty Martin going to the Gold Coast, I think. A lot of Richmond supporters that I know are saying no way, he's not going to go. It's all rumours, but I think he'll be there. I think he'll be there.
Me too.
What do you reckon, King?
Yep, 100%.
And Daniel Rioli has told Richmond he wants to be traded to the Gold Coast as well. He's contracted
He's
until
going.
the 2027, thrown up in the trade discussion
Yep.
to allow
Just
the Tigers.
just what they need.
Yeah, so Daniel Rioli, far out, man. I mean, if they don't make finals next year, I don't know what to say.
That team is decimated now. I don't know what they do now.
I don't know, man.
Richmond's in the wilderness.
St Kilda, Josh Battle. We've all heard that he wants to go to Hawthorn. He's an unrestricted free agent. I think he's done his medical there. He'll be going there, man. So he's leaving the Saints, and he'll be a good addition to St Kilda. Tom Campbell, long-term backup ruckman, is expected to join Melbourne as a delisted free agent, having been cut by the Saints. So there you go. Another ruckman to help Gorney out.
Yep, I see it.
Yep.
Now,
Membry.
the next one only happened because what Tinky said. If Laverde goes there, I think this will happen if it's a swap.
All right. So out of contract at the season's end, Essendon have emerged as a suitor for the veteran forward. I'm talking about Tim Membry. Especially if Jake Stringer departs. Kicked 30 goals from 19 games in 2024, but the Saints are not committed on his future at the club. North Melbourne interest has reportedly cooled amid their pursuit for Jack Darling. So yeah, it could be a swap for Laverde for Essendon. So I reckon Tim Membry would be good at Essendon. What do you reckon?
I reckon he would too.
Yeah. I didn't mind this season this year. He looked all right in the back half of the season.
He did.
Sydney Swans. Peter Adams, the dual ruckman, has 1 year remaining on his contract, but sits behind Brody Grundy in the pecking order at the Swans, and he's sexing his option. I wouldn't touch him, man. I think he's a we had him at Port Adelaide. He was okay, but yeah, I think
I could see him going on West Coast, but that's it.
Yeah, I don't think anyone else is going to pick him up. So, Luke Parker, after failing out of favour pre-season injury, the veteran midfielder has been heavily linked to North Melbourne, who is seeking experienced heads. He's contracted for 2025 at the Swans, however, re-established himself in a senior team late in the season. Can you see Luke Parker leaving? I can't see him leaving the Swans.
One club player, and he could win a premiership this week. So
Yeah.
another one. So
And Chad Warner, there's no way Sydney are getting rid of Chad Warner in a career best form. The start
No
midfielder reportedly rejected a contract extension from the Swans. He rejected. Remains contract till the end of 25, but Freo are planning a monster rival offer that could reach $1.6 million per year. Freo? What?
yeah,
Imagine that happens. Oh. All I can see is Taylor Adams might leave. Yeah, he got shunted for the grand final, didn't he? He's not playing in the grand final. Again. How would you be, man, if you're Taylor Adams? All right. West Coast Eagles, Tom Barrass. We know that he wants to go to Hawthorn. They've offered him a 4-year deal. Hawks coach Sam Misha flew to Perth to meet with Barrass mid-season, while the Bulldogs offered a long-term deal as well. I reckon he is definitely going to Hawthorn. Not sure how they get the job done, though, but they should get it done somehow. Guys agree?
yeah. 100%.
Yep.
And Jack Darling, he's officially requested a trade to North Melbourne. So he'll be going there on a 2-year deal, which is, I think it's good for North Melbourne.
That's good for North.
I think it's a good fit. Good fit. Josh Rotham, the fringe defender, has attracted interest from Essendon. Never saw him play. He was a fringe player.
Good work.
Liam Ryan, So reports claim that the Eagles' goal snake is highly gettable, despite being believed to have 2 years remaining on his current deal, with the club willing to entertain a trade for the right price. Who would pick up Liam Ryan, though?
Don't say our name. I don't want him. I don't want him.
He took that spectacular mark in the 2018 grand final.
But all I've been hearing, but he's a good Jack Martin replacement. He's a good Matt Owens replacement. You need that tall, high floor. No, we do not. No, not happening.
This is the guy that you're going to want, man. Jake Waterman becomes a free agent at the end of 2025 after a breakout season, with a key forward target interest for Melbourne, Geelong. Both clubs are reportedly offering long-term deals, with Waterman keen to renegotiate his current West Coast contract. The Eagles will seek at least a first-round pick in exchange. Mate, I would love Jake Waterman.
Why would you want to lose him if you're West Coast?
He's going to Melbourne.
He is going to Melbourne.
Because Melbourne, if Melbourne do offer Cozzy Pickett to Freo, they're going to get first rounders and they're going to give it straight to Jake Waterman.
What a loss to West Coast that is.
100% loss. 100%. 100%. Is everything all right? Sorry, guys. That's okay. Western Bulldogs. Caleb Daniel has fallen out of favour of the Bulldogs. The utility has been tabled as a potential trade taker, with Melbourne linked closely. He's contracted until the end of 2026. I saw something about Caleb Daniel. He was going somewhere else. He was linked to someone. I saw it the other day. I can't remember where, but
Melbourne.
He's a good little player, man. He's a good kick as well. So imagine going to sad sandwich goes. Imagine going to Melbourne.
Yeah. Waterman's mullet is a potential deal breaker for most clubs. Very true, Petra.
All right. Riley Garcia, prolific VFL from form, hasn't enabled the out of contract dog to become a regular in the AFL level, but there has been interest for him from Port Adelaide and West Coast. Was born in Western Australia, has 2-year offer on the table to remain a Bulldog.
Good player, this kid.
He's good, eh? Fuck, I'll take him. What kind of player is he?
Small forward.
Another small forward. We got so many of them.
You need a tall forward.
We need a tall. That's what we need. Rory Lobb. That's one. Has 2 years.
Nah, he's a defender.
Well, now he is. Well, we need a key defender as well.
They're trying to get rid of him out of Melbourne.
Bulldogs, you mean?
They said he was rubbish. They said he was rubbish all year.
No, he was good at the back half. It was pretty good.
Yeah, I reckon he stays at the Dogs.
Yeah, so do I. So Rory Lobb has 2 years to run on a 4-year deal, but reportedly told the Bulldogs he will be seeking a trade at the season's end, with Collingwood among the number of clubs linked to the key forward. However, revitalised his career at the Dogs as a key defender in the second half of the season. So, mate, I doubt he stays, I reckon. Jack McRae to St Kilda. He's gone to St Kilda. So, another one for the Saints. And Bailey Smith, Geelong, is what I heard.
Yeah.
So that's all your trades for now, guys.
There we go.
That was fun.
My YouTube just crashed.
Did it?
I don't know about anyone else's.
No, I'm still going.
We're here, man. We're here. Guys, it's been I didn't think it was going to go this long, but because we started talking about trades, it blew out a bit. But good show. Thanks for everyone that came into TikTok, everyone that came into YouTube chat. Thank you so much. Did you guys like that new feature we have?
It was. Yeah. Finish the poll and see who wins the granny.
Oh, the poll. Okay, no worries. Let's do it. End the poll. Who wins the grand final? The Lions.
Jeez.
75%.
75% to 25%.
That's a flogging.
That is a flogging. Wow.
Jeez.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it.
Jeez, that is a... It's a big
Sam
big
Draper
thing.
from the Norm Smith.
I don't know. Yeah, guys, the music's on, and one last thing before we go, guys. We're going to be live on Saturday doing the grand final. So make sure you guys have subscribed to us. If you're on TikTok, make sure you follow us. It's going to be a massive day. Can't wait for it. Me and the King will be live, and then on Monday, I think KP will be back with the EPL show. Tuesday, we'll be back at a normal time slot for the review of the grand final and our last show of the year as the podcast. And then we might do some trade stuff. But as for the season, it'll be the last hurrah. So make sure you guys come in for that one. We'll see what happens after that. But guys, any final words before we go off the air?
May the best team win.
I'm just hoping for a
Post grand final.
an epic. I just want an epic. That's what I want. I want an epic grand final. I want to sit there and just enjoy it. Don't have to be nervous. Just enjoy it. That's what I want. So good luck to the Swans. Good luck to the Lions. And let's have a good one. King of the North, finish us off, man.
On behalf of HFD, just wanted to say a big thank you to everybody who is watching along and coming in the chat in TikTok and on YouTube. The channel had its biggest watch along ever last weekend, and we expect that the grand final is going to be even bigger. But last week we were blown away by the support and the people who have come in and followed our channel all through this year. Has been sensational. So we've got one more big one to go. So come along and join us on Saturday.
There you have it, guys. Well, take care. Spike your hair. And remember, guys.
Stay hungry.
Stay hungry, guys. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.